Yo. Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another stepping stone. As you can tell, I just got out of the shower, but who gives a fuck, bro? I have something on my mind that I want to get off my chest, and I don't want to lose my train of thought, so I'm gonna jump into it. So today I want to talk about, I guess, some realizations and stuff and clarity about the lifestyle I lead and what this channel is. You know, I don't know if people know what this channel is. For those who like find me from like random videos, like I feel like I've done so many different things. You know, I guess I realize that ultimately this channel, I think the best word would be self-actualization. Like every video is a stepping stone that helps me get one step closer to being the person I want to be. So that can be all sorts of things. That could be me playing guitar, that could be me making a video like this where I try to be honest or vulnerable, or I try to work on being more like goofy, just like being myself. It can be travel vlogs, exposure therapy, vlogs, whatever it is, right? Just self-actualization for myself. That's what every video of this channel is, and all in alignment with my mission, which, if you're unaware, I have a mission on this channel, and it goes like this: to inspire people to be more curious, connected, and understanding of themselves, each other, and the world around them, so they may live a more authentic, healthy, harmonious, and fulfilling life, be unafraid to dream, and be unrelenting in the pursuit of their dreams. And so, I feel like I'm a bit all over the place, but it is what it is. Basically, today I called my mother. My mom asked me, like, so what is it that I do all day? And it's a great question. And, you know, this is like a question, you know, maybe in other forms, people might ask me, like, oh, what do you do for a living? Oh, like, what's your job? Like, blah, blah, how do you make money? And I don't make money, at least not off of this. But it's always a curious thing. It's always a tricky question, because it's like, I don't really know how to, like, describe it. Like, when I say it in words, it kind of sounds really, like, it sounds pretty lame. Like, when my mom was asking me, like, I was like, what do I do all day? And I was thinking, like, I mean, I make videos, I go vlog, or I talk about things, or I read books, or listen to podcasts. And, you know, when I feel like when I just say it, what it is I do, it kind of sounds like, it kind of sounds like I'm doing nothing. Which, to some people, that would be doing nothing. You know, they would be like, oh, like, what a waste of time, what a waste of your life. Like, why don't you get a job? Why don't you get a real job? Why don't you go make some money? And, you know, it's taken a really long time to feel, like, self-assured and self-trusting in my process, in my journey, and in myself and in my choices. So I'm at the point now where even if someone, like, is very combative, or not combative, but, like, actually combative too. Like, if I get a hater who's, like, shitting on me, maybe I'll get one on this video. Like, I've gotten to a point where, like, I have enough self-trust and self-assurance that, like, it's not gonna, like, deviate me from my path. There's a really good quote I like that some people use when it comes to, like, following your dreams, which is, like, you're planting, like, a seed, and then you need to, like, protect it, you know? You need to let it grow into a little twig, and then let it get some girth. And just, like, let it grow out into, like, a more sturdy structure, you know? And, you know, I think it's very true. I think it is necessary. I've seen videos, I haven't watched them, but I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube of people who are like, oh, like, don't tell anyone about your YouTube channel. Don't tell anyone about when you pursue your dreams. And I feel like it's kind of true to an extent. Like, if it's something that is still very vulnerable and, like, you're still figuring out, like, if you're just starting to plant that seed or just starting to grow that little twig, I think it is necessary to not, like, tell anyone. And so for a long time, I didn't really. And I mean, even just until recently, I feel like I'm finally pretty comfortable being honest and, like, transparent about what it is I do. Nothing. But yeah, I mean, I guess, like, I realize I had this little phrase pop up in my head. It'll probably be the title of this video. But, like, doing nothing is everything to me. And, you know, I feel like for older generations, or you know, maybe people who are like anti-woke. Maybe that's like, oh, like, what is this hipster, like, woke shit, like, trauma, like, mental health, like, that's all bullshit, like, pull yourself up from your bootstraps. That's what I did back in my day. It's an interesting it's an interesting thing. I feel like, you know, every generation kind of looks at the generation below them and like kind of judges them. And I think there's some like evolutionary psychology as to why that would actually be helpful and stuff. But, you know, I think for people who are probably like Gen Z watching, if there's anyone watching, it probably doesn't sound as crazy or radical. Like really what it is that I'm doing, if I had to describe it simply, is really just trying to lead an authentic life, like a life authentic to me, in alignment with that mission I mentioned. And really it's just like self-actualization, like trying to live more joyfully, trying to live, I mean, you know, I already mentioned all the reasons. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think yeah, maybe it sounds ridiculous. I don't know. Maybe people watching right now, it kind of sounds crazy or ridiculous, but it's the life I've chosen, and it's the life I've chosen for myself. It's what makes sense to me. I feel like the world could be a much better place if more people tried to focus on these things. And Jesus. It's a good old adage. Is that the word? Adage? Be the change you want to see. I mean, that's really ultimately what I'm trying to do here. And I feel like one of my biggest struggles with this channel has been worrying and all the conditioning and fears and the social traumas and stuff surrounding like fear of judgment, fear of criticism, fear of failure. I guess this channel will continue to be all over the place, at least in like, if you're just looking at like what each video is about, but the why is what's consistent. It's all for the same mission, which is the one I mentioned. And I feel like I'm finally getting more and more comfortable with that, and self-assured and self-trusting, and recognizing like, yeah, some people are going to be disappointed. Someone might subscribe because they see I'm doing cheeky like travel vlogs, and they're like, what the f is this? Why is this guy talking about fucking being unemployed? Or whatever it may be, right? And that's okay. And I guess I'm finally realizing that and feeling pretty self-assured about that. So yeah, I mean, shout out all my unemployeds out there. You know, I could like go back home and get a really good job and all this stuff, but I don't want to, man. You know, there was recently this reel I came across on Instagram. It was so hilarious. It's like this gal who's like eating cereal. It's like says like, oh, 2 months since being unemployed, and then she just pulls out like a doll clown and just starts dancing with it. It's so hilarious. And you know, I browsed some of her other reels, and she talks a lot about like, oh, you can literally do whatever you want, you can literally make whatever you want. And it's true, it really is. And I feel like the biggest obstacles, the biggest things that stop us is fear. You know, there's restraints like money and stuff, of course, especially in the current state of the world and the economy and all this shit. That's a huge factor in why I do what I do. But ultimately, it's because it's what I believe in. And I feel like probably a lot of people believe similar to me. They're just not in a place to... I feel like I worry about people thinking I'm being arrogant or saying like, oh, like I can do it, you can too. Like that's not what I'm getting at. More so just, yeah, I feel like I want to see more people chase their dreams and do something different, do what their own calling is, you know? At least until we figure out a system that works better than what we have now. And unfortunately, I feel like things macroly, in a macro sense, are looking dubious. So I feel like it's ever more important for us to focus on what's in our control and lead a life that prioritizes our health, prioritizes our enjoyment, our happiness, our fulfillment, and helps to make the world a better place. You know, live in alignment with what we believe in. Cognitive resonance, as I call it. And yeah, that's really what this is all about. So I guess I'll stop there. Thanks for watching, if anyone watched. Hope you live a more cognitively resonant life. Another stepping stone down. Look at that, I even did it all with a towel around my head looking like a weirdo. Let's go, dude. That's a stepping stone in and of itself. Alright, feeling a little cringe, feeling a little anxious. So that's alright. Just gonna notice it, let it pass. And that's all there is to it, man. one stepping stone at a time. Yeah. All right. Peace. Pew.